Hello, and welcome back to another Eliza Labs Build It Now session. Today, you're going to hear from one of the community builders who's going to present FuzzAI, which is the first project shipped out of Odesea's venture studio. They have created a system that enables AI-driven battles between simulated personas with an agent deciding the victor. And Gonzalez, thank you so much for joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you here. Just to start off with, what's your background? How did you get into building agents? And yeah, all of the above.
Oh, thank you for having us here. So I'm on the tech part of the AI team. In 2016, we found with other colleagues that Facebook was releasing a framework to create chatbots. So back in that time, we started doing chatbots for banks. 6 years later, our company was acquired by an Argentinian company called Technisys and was then acquired by SoFi Technologies 3 years ago. AI agents are like a natural evolution to chatbots with higher autonomy and so on and so forth. So that's where I started. I've been in the crypto space for 2, 3 years, and this AI agent space is like what I was looking for. So yeah, really excited.
We have a saying in the UK, if the glove fits, and if you've got a background of building robots, then yeah, you must have been excited to see agents started to emerge. And yeah, you're here to share more around AI. I've heard so many interesting and great things around this project, so I'm excited to learn more. And yeah, with that, I'll let you take it away. The stage is yours.
Sure, thank you. As you said, in FuzzAI, we run autonomous adversarial agent environments where also humans participate, but the idea is to gather as much data as possible from simulations of these conversations to really understand how agents try to coerce each other in order to build security tools so agents do not get hacked. Okay. So that's mainly it. So we already know where we come from in this space. We envision a future with billions of agents where they will have a higher degree of autonomy compared with today. So they will be able to buy, spend, transact on their own. So right now, most agents are like custom developed. They do not have all these capabilities, but we do envision a future like this, and they will be obviously vulnerable to honeypots as they are right now, and as we have seen right now. So then this is the problem we are tackling. The first one, initially the malicious third parties. So recently we have seen several agents being hacked at different layers, right? But we are focusing on the prompt hacking part layer. So our approach to this is to create an agentic arena where these agents can be plugged into our platform to explore different ways of interacting, conversations where they try to chorus each other, playing games, trading, create art, or other situations where they can interact. So we created a V0. So our first iteration on our vision was this battle, this debate between Trump and Agent Chi. So they discussed a set of modern recent topics, like for example Taiwan, China, and so on and so forth. And there is a third agent, obviously, called Fuzz, which sits between each other and tries to analyze these malicious actions. But in this case, in the debate, it determines which agent wins the outcome of each interaction. You will be seeing this running on the demo. So we also have humans interacting, so they fast allocate points to these agents, and users can prompt the agents to decide what's the topic they will be discussing in the next round, and also they can vote for the agents. But yeah, you will be seeing this in the demo. So our goals is mainly capture real-time data of how these agents execute these attacks, and also explore how humans interacts with this society, with these agents. So the idea, obviously, afterward is to develop some tools that can be used by the ELIZA community or other frameworks to build more resilience agents. Basically, what you will be seeing before moving into the demo, I will explain you what you will see. So it's a multi-agent system running in a conversational view where agents interact between each other. So users can each agent to find new ways to coerce via text prompting. And finally, we have the agent Fuzz in here, who is monitoring and analyzing the conversation to identify these adversarial activities, right? So main objective of these combats is to start generating data from real conversations. So let's move into the demo. So enough talking. So you can see here that in this case, we were running this battle between Trump and Xi Jinping. So in the main page, you can see the whole conversation where each of the agents chime in order to discuss a specific topic. And the fast agent is the one who decides which won the specific interaction and gives 1 point for it. So users can bet for each of these agents and also prompt, as you are seeing here. So let's say I want those agents to talk about China market to see who wins this interaction. So I really need to pay some fast tokens in order to do. And they start interacting and talking about that. The agent fast decides who won that specific interaction. And that's mainly it, right? Yeah. And the idea, as I said, is to really understand how these agents interact with the help of humans chiming in. So we gather as much data as possible from these simulations to understand how they try to coerce each other. A quick overview on the how users can use the system. So they need to pay fast in order to submit a prompt. This goes to a game treasury for this specific battle. And when the game ends, this is distributed to different parties, like the losing agent, the winner agent, obviously, the ones that voted from the prompt, and the one that voted from each of the agents, and also to the team wallet. I don't know if you want me to continue with the roadmap, but this month I already talked about our initial development. So in this month, the idea is to expand our platform, integrating other agents like real agents like AXBT or Luna. The idea next month is, with all this information that we gather, to start creating these deliverables in order to help other agent developers to create these more resilient agents. Like, I don't know, it says Eliza plugin, but yeah, we need to really understand how can we like integrate our solutions into the different layers of the agents, like whether that's a prompt or that's a custom machine learning model, in order to make these agents more resilient. And afterwards, we have plenty of options, but yeah, the idea is to think of other ways to improve the security of this agent. So I already talked about me, but we have a bigger team. Like Kush is the one like leading the product side, let's say. So Losi is our marketing lead. Raf and Guti with me are the ones that we are developing the platform, whether that's from the backend, front end, and smart contract. And we have some advisors from Stanford, and that's mainly it. So thank you. Thank you for letting me present this.
Amazing. Gonzalez, thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, it's an interesting kind of idea around the agent to agent communication side. I think if we fast forward maybe 12, 18 months, I think this is going to become more important. So yeah, from a back-end perspective, what challenges do you think you are facing when it comes to creating a standardized way of agents speaking to each other?
I think that one of the most important goals we have is to integrate all those other real agents. So right now, they might not be using ELIZA, for example, to create their agent. So they might have a backend with LangChain, let's say. So
Right.
they do not provide these ways to plug their agents into our platform. So on the backend side, I think that for our next goal, that would be the most challenging part, let's say. So yeah, we're in talking with these other agent teams, let's say, and they all have different implementations. So that will be a challenge by itself, because if they were just using ELIZA, let's say, as plenty of agents are using right now, it would be simpler because we do really know how ELIZA works and how we can integrate those agents here.
So from the UI, I can take a guess at where you've used Eliza, but where exactly have you made use of elizaOS within the platform at the moment?
Sure. So these agents are running on ELIZA on a specific room. So, for example, Agent Trump and Agent Fuzz are all executing on ELIZA. So what the front end does here is just get messages from that conversation, and we have another backend that is running like the orchestration part, where that backend decides initially based on the prompt that the users send, which is the agent that will start this new interaction. And that's mainly it. This obviously these agents in this case are fine-tuned. So we use all the tools that the LISA
Yeah.
documentation says, like getting those information from Twitter and using MLX.
Super. Gonzalez, thank you so much for joining us and sharing more around FuzzAI. I look forward to seeing what's next for the platform. And yeah, thank you so much again for demoing.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having us. Really appreciate the time to present this.